Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Pride of Nations. We're playing as the USA. I think we pretty much covered most everything that we wanted to cover in our last episode. I do know that I want to do. So we're working on our first turn here, basically, and economic mode. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, what I want to do is that is really expensive to build the railroad. I don't remember it being that expensive. It says that we have to have 787 capital, 31 steel, which we don't have. That's probably why it's yellow. 26 manufactured goods, we have that, and it would take 378 days. So what I think I am going to do is let's take a look at I'm grabbing the screen and moving it around like this, but I don't know if that's the best way to do it. It might be better to do it this way. So right now, California has not had the gold rush. There is a gold rush that will happen, but I don't see it yet, and it's usually in this area. So what I think I'm going to do is run the first turn and just see what happens. Let's see. Sometimes you have to click and click and click. Here, no, that's not it. Here we go. So next turn, we're going to have, this is what our balance is going to be if we leave everything the way it is. But I'm not going to do that. I took another screenshot. I think I'm going to turn off especially this one that's minus 18. This one's minus 16. I'm going to turn these off for now. Minus 2 I can live with. Minus 2 I can live with. Minus 9. Yeah, let's turn it off. Another minus 9. So now let's see what our screen tells us. So now, as you can see, money, we're going to go up 307. Capital will go down to 1324. That's something we might want to take a look at. Rubber, we don't have any rubber. And then cereals will go up by 50. So let's see what it's like to run a turn in this game. So you press this little arrow button, and then you have like a little icon where it's showing a shoveling coal or whatever into a furnace, and then you have like a map or something that's being drawn on. And it's generating AI files for every nation, even ones I don't play. And that's part of the reason why it takes so long. But in this early game, running a turn doesn't take as long as it does when it's getting later in the game. And also, I think my computer runs it fairly quickly. But I don't think this game is optimized for using multiple cores. That was one of the knocks against Asiad games, is that their games weren't optimized to use every core in your, how you have a processor that has a certain amount of cores. I think I have 4 or 6 cores, and it doesn't use every one of them. So this is me. This is me processing day 1 through 15. And a little notepad or something with a little right thing is the icon. And then 2 little sprockets. And back to that. And watch it crash. Okay. So we, as you can see, our national morale has gone up 1. Prestige has gone up 24. And we got that from objectives under control. Colonial gain 2. Objectives control 16. And changes from structures producing prestige 6. So let's take a look at our messages. New mission. So you get missions that it asks you to do, and you can gain prestige by completing these missions. So let's look at the first mission. Second largest war fleet in the world. A new mission has been assigned to you. To succeed, you must have, during the next 10 years, at least 80% of the time, the second largest war fleet of the world, excluding Britain, and with a permanent minimum of 30 ships. Potential gain, max 500 prestige, loss none if you fail, you just lose ground. So basically what it's saying is you don't get penalized for doing it, but if you do it, you get a lot of prestige. Second one, second largest merchant fleet in the world, and we didn't really talk too much about that, but we can talk a little bit about it. A new mission, you must have the largest or the second largest merchant fleet of the world, excluding Britain. Over the next 10 years, at least 80% of the time, a minimum of 30 merchant ships. You gain 300 prestige points and none if you don't do it. And then the last mission that they assigned to us, a new mission has been assigned to you. Over the next 10 years, you must at least 80% of the time be the largest worldwide production of cotton. 200 prestige points if you are successful, and none if you fail. But let's see. What does this say? The U.S. government may now present a new Army appropriation bill in the American Congress. See War Ministry F3. Well, let's take a look at F3. Here are the military decrees that we can try to enact. Army Appropriation Bill. The government has plans to present the Congress with either a large or limited extension project of the Army regiments, your choice. A large appropriation bill will request allowance and funding for an extra infantry brigade, an extra mixed brigade, and an extra artillery regiment. A limited bill will ask for an extra mixed brigade in its funding. And the Congress doesn't have to approve this, so I can ask for that, but it can say no. Navy appropriation bill. I'm not going to read every one of these. I'll let you read them, but Navy appropriation is sort of self-explanatory. They're going to give you more money to build up the Navy. And then re-enlistment bill, and that's fairly self-explanatory as well. It's a bill to get men to re-enlist in the Army and build up the Army, the standing Army, a little bit. What does it say? Options. Option 1 has a fairly high chance of rejection. Option 2 is more likely to pass. So if you click on it, you request large premium bill, request limited premium bill. I think you get rid of the X for the one you want to try. So I'm going to do a request limited premium bill just to show you. I'm having trouble with all my words today. And this is a replacement screen. We've seen this before, and right now it's showing that our heavy warships need parts. So I'm going to add a couple. Whoa. That uses up a lot of money. So I'm just going to do 2. Also, we need to find our ships. And we want to find the ones that are unlocked. So, First Battle Division. That's okay. It's these ones that are going to be in... Wait a minute. We don't want... Click to hide air forces and click to hide land forces. So, Eastern Pacific. This is our trade ships. Let's take a look at these. So this is where you put your trade ships in these little circles around the world. And what that does is it opens up trade in that area for you. If I don't have any ships in this little circle right here, then I can't trade. It doesn't. I don't think it really shows. Maybe it. You can't trade in that area if you don't have ships in that maritime box. And you'll find that other nations might shoot your ships, to be quite honest. So you see there we have some ships in the Gulf of Mexico, and see how almost every big time nation has some ships in that maritime trade, North American maritime trade. And then if you go across here, there's another North Sea maritime trade, Western Europe maritime trade. So Western Europe maritime trade means I am opening up the markets for France and Spain and probably Great Britain as well. And how you get to that, let's see. Nope. I'm trying to... There's a way to do this, and I can't remember exactly. Click to open the trade box. I'm gonna have to research that, because there is a way to open up trade. Now maybe it's... No. I'm gonna have to check that out, because I'm not really sure how to do that anymore. Drainage of wetlands, we can that is another decree we can do. Man, that's disappointing that I can't remember exactly how to open that up. I thought it was this. But it's obviously not. Or maybe it's... No. Click open. Oh, there we go. That's what it is. So here's what you do. And I'm sorry, it's been a while since I played this. So you get into the economic mode, and then you click on one of the icons for commodities, and then it brings up what you can sell in this to North France. And it looks like I think I'm not sure if you can sell to these. They're buying 23, or they're selling... Yes, they're selling wine, and they're buying supply and cereals. So we'll take a look at that at another time. A new social decree. No children work. Let's see where that comes in. Here it is. So under your regional census, no children work. And I'll try that as well. I mean, I don't want children working. A new electoral decree is available for you. What the hell is that? There's that. Army. Oh, here it is. Send troops to suppress local social unrest. Electoral census is sent. This decree, if voted in, will case the state. In which case, the state will pay $200. Allows you to implement a new electoral law. Law improves content and decrease militancy. Variable according to classes. In case of rejection, national morale -1 and -20 pp, which is prestige because it's unpopular. Referendum and plebiscites. Law improves content and decrease militancy. It costs $200. We really don't have a lot of money, so I'm not gonna do those yet. I really don't have the money to do a lot of this stuff. But see, our economy hasn't really kicked in yet. This game, when you first start it, the economy doesn't kick in right away. But as you can see, the gold rush has hit. The upkeep of units in the field use 63 state money. Strategic redeployment finished for the Department of the East. Okay. Sir, after the attack of the Ottoman Empire, Hejaz has lost Medina and Medina, the citizens. So this is somebody else's war, basically. Your control of the Missouri escarpment has been reduced to 0 because of the Indians. Your control of the Shoshone has been reduced to 0 because of the Indians. This tells us all the things. And you have learned the basic principles of propeller-driven ship and now can begin to research it fully. We'll take a look at that. Your request to buy luxury goods in North France has been canceled because no one is selling these goods anymore. You might run into that. I don't know. Prussia has received a casus belli against Bavaria because of their control of Platz or Falls. I don't know how to pronounce that. Austria has received a casus belli against the Ottoman Empire because of their control of Herzegovina. Russia has received one against the Ottomans because of their control of Dobruja, maybe? I'm not sure. So this is all the casus bellis every one of the nations get in the world. And we should probably be getting a casus belli too. And I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that as well. Not too much I can do. Doesn't say anything about us receiving any casus bellis, but we should get those, I think, at some point. So now, if we look at the Academy of Sciences, we have technologies that are not 100%, and we can start researching them. Actually, they research on their own, but we can speed up the research by clicking them, and it costs £50 per turn, 50 of that per turn. See how when I click it, it goes from 161 to 111. So I'm going to leave that alone for now as well. But at some point, we're probably going to come back to that. But getting back to this over here, I want to build a gold field. And let's see what we have. And from what I remember, gold fields don't cost that much. Iron nitrates gold field. 420 in capital, private capital, 1 steel, 2 coal, 5 manufactured goods, takes 94 days. So what you do is you grab it by left clicking and holding and then dropping it. And then you have on the tooltip it says gold field, 90 days remaining. So it's building that gold field for you. Are there any other gold fields that I want? Or do I want to do 2? $420. Let's do 2. And that is it for that. So hopefully at some point we're gonna start having, and this little line will tell you if you're going up or down. And as you can see, we're going down this turn, but that's partly because we bought some things. So let's process another turn and see what happens. So I don't know if you've noticed, but the turns don't seem that long. They go fairly quick on my computer. I've had people, I've read in the forums when this first came out, people were having turns last upwards of 5 minutes. And that's a pretty long time. And a lot of people got frustrated with it because of that. And then I think they did a patch in 2016 or 2017 that sped it up some, but they were still, even the ones that were having 5-minute turns, I think they started having, it got it down to maybe 2.5 minutes, which a lot of people don't even like 2.5 minutes, which I understand. I wouldn't like it either. So it's processing my days now. As you can see, Region Sierra Nevada has started to build a gold field. Region Sierra Nevada has started to build a gold field. Colonial status over Regina. I don't like that, but pirates are spotted along the Malayan coast. Tensions rise in the south. Each event increases likeliness of civil war. Because the USA, the Civil War starts after about 10 years in. The U.S. Congress has rejected the large premium bill, so I did that wrong. -5 prestige because of that, though. So, the United States has banned children work. Shipyards have produced merchant ships +5 replacements. There we go. Upkeep of the fields, 63 state money. We completely understand how to harness the possibilities of Navy guns. We have learned the basic principles of Dahlgren guns and can now begin to research it fully. Private capital shortage. Businessmen demand easy credit to buy inputs needed to keep industries open. Operating +1 inflation. 221 capital funds gain. Private. So if this gets too low, inflation goes up because they borrow money. They demand that we allow them to borrow money. We sold 90 goods on our national market worth 338 private capital. Population satisfaction was modified on average by 0.43%. So that's that. And then these guys are doing all they can. So they're trying to Regina. Where's Regina? So Regina is in Canada. But see, Sardinia Piedmont is trying to do something over here on the west side of Africa. Netherlands trying to affect Sumba, which is over here in the Sea of, I don't know if that's Celebes or Celebes, but it's right to the northwest of Australia. Netherlands is attempting to assert protectorate status in Palembang, which is over here as well. It's kind of this is Cambodia, Vietnam, so Palembang is just down here. I believe this island is called, is that Borneo, or is, no, this is Borneo. This isn't even discovered yet, basically. I think we got to get some people in there, not us, but some people in there to actually discover these lands. So that's about it for this turn. Something that I actually was planning on doing was looking at this. So here's the guy that we had redeployed. So we want to get him. And can we put him on rail? Still takes 28 days. So if you click delete, you go back one, and so that takes him 14 days to get there. Let's just do that. Over here, we're opposed by Indians. It's cordial relationships. We're not at war with them. At some point, we're going to have to try to create states out of these. I think Missouri is a state, but over here, Oklahoma is not a state. What is this? I'm not really sure. Kansas? Yeah, I think it's Kansas. That's Nebraska. Nevada, Arizona. No, that's Utah. I don't know. New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, and Kansas, I believe. I'm so bad. But that's it for this video. But thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.